Do you have any idea what education is? Are you aware of what is the purpose of education to us and its effects in our daily lives? Do you think our educational system nowadays is way too different from the educational system that was applied a long time ago? Okay, so let us take a look and discuss what happened to our educational system as time passed by. First, education was introduced to us by the Spaniards. It was introduced to us in 1863, the first ever educational system here in the Philippines. It required the government to provide school institution for boys and girls in every town. Actually, it was conducted mostly by the religious orders. As time passed by, our way of education was innovated and improved and is continuing to be improved more and more. Various leaders are trying to improve our education as possible as they can. Right now, we have what we call K-12 curriculum. K-12 curriculum. It was the latest improvement in our education that was implemented last May 15, 2013. For further knowledge, K-12 curriculum is for kindergarten to grade 12 and is an American expression that indicates the number of years of publicly supported primary and secondary education found in the United States of America, which is similar to publicly supported school grades prior to college in several other countries such as Afghanistan, Australia, Canada, Ecuador, Philippines, South Korea, Turkey, Egypt, India, and Iran. In present times, our educational system focuses on performances of an individual. They focus on real-life lessons than pen and paper knowledges. Well, actually it is good, or we can say that it is way better than the past educational system which focus on written works and etc. Our educational system nowadays is essential to all people living in a particular society. We do not tolerate discrimination anymore. Unlike past educational system, it only allows men to study. Women before are just staying at their own houses, doing some household stuff, and are not allowed to study in various schools, which is absolutely wrong. Today, we let everybody, because we firmly believe that the education is the key to success. So our present educational system gives us, all the people, the opportunity to have knowledge, to study, to innovate ourselves for a brighter future. Another one, our past educational system allows teachers to punish their students physically, which is absolutely not right. Here in our modern educational system, we do not tolerate that kind of punishments anymore. The first reason is literally because it gives the child a fear. It does not make the child good, it makes them scared. Second is because it does not make any sense at all. Schools are made to learn things, not to be hurt. We can educate them properly without having them hurt. If we are going to punish and punish and punish naughty children, they will have bad memories in school, which can lead to absenteeism, tardiness, and losing the eager to learn because all they get in school are just scars, marks, and heavy feelings. Instead of punishing them physically, here in our modern educational system, teachers punish them through their grades. Almost all the teachers now are doing this. They give deductions to the one who is naughty and lazy. By this, children do not get hurt, and at the same time they will strive harder because their grades have been deducted because of their attitude. Based on my own experience, first, I am a lazy and a naughty student. I am noisy too. One day, my teacher gave us a seat work. My teacher said that she will go to the office while we are doing our work. So she asked our class president to list down all students that will be noisy or naughty while she is in the office. While we are all answering the task that was given to us, I stood up and talked to my seatmate. So basically, our class president listed my name. When our teacher came back, she saw me talking. So as a punishment, she gave me a deduction in that situation. In that situation, it gave me a lesson not to disobey the teacher's command and gave me a reason to strive harder, and at the same time I did not get hurt because there is no physical punishments happened at all. Our modern educational system has improved a lot, as we can see. We have lots of improvement. As you can see, in education we have encountered lots and different subjects. Before, our first educational system was only few subjects. but now we have plenty of subjects that help us to become smarter and have more knowledge in different aspects. Our modern educational system uses technology as well. We now have online games that helps us to enhance our critical thinking skills and other various skills. We now have we call diploma courses. And with that diploma courses, you can be a fine artist, a hotel manager, a chef, an accountant, and etc. You can succeed in life with that online thingy. There is also exist online courses that can give you credit like Coursera, Lynda.com, Udemy, and Udacity. These are four international brands that can equip you with knowledge through online services. That is how our modern educational system goes. As an experience, in my school in Laguna, Liceo de San Pablo, we have Genio e-learning. It is like online educational stuff, like that. In that Genio, we have our own account like Facebook or Twitter. When our teacher wants to give us an assignment or a task, all she or he going to do is to post that task to our Genio account so that we can answer it through online. Easy, right? Easy yet useful and amazing. That is what I know about positive improvements that happened to our educational system as time passed by. So let us talk about the negatives. First, as you can see, most of the children nowadays are experiencing stress, depression, and most of the time, they are tired. It is because we give a lot of time in studying. Instead of having a rest or self-time, or let's say having a self-realizations, we give so much effort in studying that we do not have time for ourselves. We're lacking out of time for our family, loved ones. Okay, if you're a student, I'm going to give you an example. First, if you do have a problem, where do you come out first? To your friends or family? You're closer to your friends in school than to your siblings, right? It is because we give more time in school than in our own houses. Plus, when we're at home, instead of having family bonding or family time, we take that time to study. As a result, it causes us to have a gap between us and our loved ones. So as an opinion, I see having so much time in studying as a negative improvement of our modern educational system nowadays. Second, and one of the most common problems that our modern educational system is currently facing is the poverty. Actually, it is not the poverty itself, but the educational system rather. Look, most of the schools nowadays require money for us students to study. Many schools, or most of the schools now here in our country, are private schools. There are more private schools than public schools. They have what we call tuition fees that need to be paid every month or per annual. Let us say you want to study in a particular school because it is said that that school is very good in education and can equip you a lot. But how will you enter to that school if your father is only a driver and your mother is just a housewife? See how sad it is. On the other part, we do all know that public schools are for free. They do not require tuition fees at all. But are you sure it is 100% free? Look, public schools nowadays have many activities that requires money too. Public schools have so much miscellaneous expenses which is very questionable. Why do we have to pay that mandatorily? What if we do not have extra money for that? What are we going to do? Most of the parents' lines sounds funny, but it is true. Actually, I experienced that because I'm a graduate of a public school, and that is what my mother used to say when I need money. So as a conclusion, we do all know that our modern educational system has positive and negative effects. Although it has negative impact to us, we should always be reminded that education is the key to success. We should always put that in our mind. As a student, we should focus on our studies for us to have a brighter future and to give back the effort that our parents have given to us. Do not lose hope. We all know that it is hard for us to study nowadays due to our modern educational system, but it should not be the reason why we will not succeed in life in the near future. Castañeda from St. Benedict, and this is my advocacy speech.